Well, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says he recognizes the legitimate concerns of Palestinians and Israel's security concerns, but says he's alarmed and distressed by actions from both sides. A journalist, a media and political activist in the occupied Palestinian territory of Gaza, Motea Abumsabeh, gives us an update on the Hamas-Israel conflict on Teams. Joining us now, and of course we have had some technical glitches, so Motea joining us on Teams but unable to get your video, but we are able to hear you. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yes, good morning to you and to your viewers. It's my pleasure to join you. Actually, I don't know how to describe the situation. The situation here is so dire and catastrophic. As you know, for the third day in a row, the Israeli occupation forces are still raining Gaza Strip. All areas of Gaza Strip are under the ongoing and the continuous airstrikes. All kinds of buildings and constructions are devastated by the Israeli occupation. Multiple floor buildings are totally pounded to the ground on the heads of their residents, and the children and the women are buried alive under the rubble of their houses. What is going on is unprecedented. What is going on is literally a massacre and atrocity taking place and carried out by the Israeli occupation forces in full view of the whole world, which still stands in silence towards what is going on. I imagine that if this actually was happening in Ukraine, how the situation and how the international response would be. There is a clear hypocrisy practiced by the international community and the Western governments that still show more, let me say, support for the Israeli occupation, while the Israeli occupation continues committing more and more crimes. Till this moment, we have more than 700 Palestinians. The vast majority of them were children and women and elderly civilians. They are killed on a daily basis by the Israeli airstrikes. Markets, streets, buildings, residential areas are totally under the shelling and under the Israeli airstrikes. This number is highly expected to rise dramatically as the Israeli occupation forces continue their airstrikes and their shelling over the residential areas.
Yeah.
Needless to mention that the situation is already dire here in Gaza over the continuous siege, and as the Israeli occupation authorities blocked and, let me say, closed the crossings and disallowed any entry for the water, for the fuel, which means that Gaza is going to be totally drawn in darkness without having any kind of electricity, which means that the Palestinian people are going to be killed in silence.
So this is what I wanted to get to next, because you talk about electricity. We understand that a lot of people that are in Gaza have been blocked off and are unable to move. But the message from Israel is that civilians leave their residencies and find a safe place to go. I mean, where are they going if they're looking for safe places to go, Motea? Let's start there. Where we're hearing, get out of your homes and find a safe place to hide. Where are they going?
Yes, it's a matter of fact that in Gaza specifically, there is no safe place. There is no shelters. There are no shelters. There are no safe places. There isn't any place to refuge for the Palestinian people. The situation is so catastrophic, as you know, because the Palestinian people, all families, the family as a whole, find itself under the rubble of their houses all of a sudden, without any previous warning or any previous even anything that I mean that suddenly the people find themselves under the rubble of their houses.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because
all families, they are totally erased. They are totally erased from the civil registry.
Motea, let me ask you this.
All families, the father, the mother, and yes.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because you're saying that the people are trapped under the rubble without any warning. So from a media point of view, what is being communicated inside Gaza at the moment? Just how are people getting access to information at the moment?
Yes, till this moment, you know that the people here might have some kind of batteries. They have some kind of alternatives regarding the electric power, and this, if there isn't any kind of reconnect to the electric power, these batteries would be dead, and they would never have any access for the internet, and in order to deliver and to show the world outside what is going on. So it's deteriorating severely, and we are literally in front of an unprecedented catastrophe regarding the situation here. The Israeli occupation deliberately tries to isolate Gaza, tries to target Gaza inside us. It doesn't want anybody else outside to understand and to know what is going on reality and the fact here.
Yeah, let me ask you this. What do you make of the relationship between Hamas and other pro-Palestinian groups like the Islamic Jihad and Hezbollah? I mean, what do those relationships mean in a conflict like this?
Yes, it's known that when it comes to the conflict with the Israeli occupation, the whole Palestinian people, including all Palestinian resistance factions and the groups, they are all united behind this choice. This battle and this confrontation is unprecedented. What is going on is unprecedented. It's unlike any other precedented, let me say, confrontations and rounds of violence between the Palestinian resistance and the Israeli occupation. What is happening now is serious. And it would have tremendous, let me say, consequences regarding the situation, not only on the Palestinian cause, but on the region as a whole, and it could be extended to reach the whole world, actually. So the Palestinian people are totally united behind the resistance to choice, because actually the Palestinians have no choice but to keep resisting the Israeli occupation, because as you know, and as the whole world is watching these moments and nowadays, how the Israeli occupation is indiscriminately targeting and shelling the Palestinian people. I mean that the Israeli aircrafts and the Israeli airstrikes do not distinguish between that Palestinian or that Palestinian. All Palestinians are under the shelling and under the targeting of the Israeli occupation.
I need to squeeze one more in here, Motea, and I don't have a lot of time. You've got word from the United States government saying that they're going to be sending military aid and assistance close to Israel. What is the Palestinian response to those news?
Yes, actually, this is not surprising. This is not bizarre for the United States. And actually, what really encourages the Israeli occupation to commit more and more crimes against the Palestinian people and to slaughter the Palestinian people in a cold blood is the green light given by the United States, by the U.S. administration.
Right.
It's known that the U.S. administration is totally biased to the Israeli occupation and supports the Israeli occupation at the expense of the Palestinian people. They have no respect. They have no even they have no respect to the Palestinian rights, even the basic rights of the Palestinian people. This reveals the international hypocrisy, as I have mentioned. This reveals that this world actually doesn't respect any kind of. It's totally overwhelmed with the white supremacy.
Right.
What is going on is serious. What is going on is a disgrace to the United States and the international community.
Yeah, Motea, thank you so much for speaking to us. Do stay safe, and thank you so much for giving us your time. A media and political activist in the occupied Palestinian territory of Gaza, Motea Abumsabeh, speaking to us there live from Gaza.